What's going on, guys? Brain here, and welcome back to the final episode of the Stanley Parable.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-winning, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
Yeah?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
No, I did not. Okay. I am I'm just like getting everything ready real quick. We got most of the endings. We have 3 endings and then the epilogue this episode. So I'm gonna get the last 2 ready, and then we have 3 total. So okay, I got the 3.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Yeah.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
I don't want
a memo.
Bucket. I want Mr. Bucket. We're gonna start with the escape pod ending, and then we're gonna go to the trapped ending, and then we're gonna go get a disco party, and then we're gonna do the epilogue. Okay.
There was not a single
escape pod ending. Shut up, narrator.
Disbelief. Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. When it comes to this ending, it is really difficult.
Stepping into his manager's office,
Yes.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
The game is super broken now. This shouldn't be happening. That's not what's supposed to happen. That is something completely different. That absolutely just broke the game, because I couldn't move at the end there. Like, I was pressing everything. It's so nice to have my old controller back. I think it just feels better, even though I said it doesn't. It does. Like, they both have their own game that I prefer them on. Can I, like, do it here, too? No, you have to do it at the boss's office, because, like, it isn't closed till right there.
What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
What's supposed to happen is you're supposed to, like, be able to go in there, and then you, like, go into the bathroom, and then you go out of the bathroom, and it'll...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It's supposed to, like, be good, I guess? I don't know. Like, it's supposed to work.
Yet
That
there was
didn't
not
obviously
a single
work.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up
There's
to his
one
boss
ending I'm
coming
not
to a
doing.
staircase.
There's
Stanley
technically a
walked
broom closet
upstairs
ending,
to his
but you have to
boss's
be in there for
office.
like 30 minutes, and it just closes off the broom closet for the next time that you want to do, like, anything.
Stepping in.
There we go. Got it. Can you tell it's a little quiet? Yeah. That's what I wanted to happen, though. Like, that right there was my whole plan. Can I grab this now? I can't even grab it. Oh, wait, yeah, I can. No, I can't. Can I? I need an emotional support bucket right now. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the loading, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. You are now leaving. Yep, I'm good with that. The red door! Escape pod bay for 760. D4 755. Yeah, can you see how difficult it would have been to find this if I didn't, you know, look it up? By the way, I looked these last couple endings, like last episode and this episode, I looked up, because, like, they're so out of the blue that you wouldn't guess to do them. Because, like, it looks like you can't do them. But I got most other endings. There's the broom closet one that I'm not going to do, just because it only seals it off, and it doesn't have a lot of cool dialogue. And then there's the one where you have to press a button for 4 hours, which I'm just not doing. If I got like 200 likes on either the last video or this video, and I would do a 4-hour stream where I wouldn't even do a 4-hour stream, honestly. I would just oh, there it is. I would just like record the best parts, I guess. Oh. What happens if I do it without the bucket, though? Like, am I getting in, or are we just leaving the bucket to leave? Why was that the most dramatic ending besides the one where I killed myself? Bucket's not getting out without me. Come on. I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna get in without Bucket, because screw Bucket. He left me. I can't take the bucket. They genuinely took the bucket. Like, the bucket hit the escape pod. I actually can't take it with me.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Which is interesting.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
it's because,
Stanley
like,
decided to
the
go up
bucket
to his boss.
couldn't
Coming to a staircase,
leave
Stanley
originally.
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Like, the bucket couldn't leave the facility. That's how it worked.
The moment
That was actually pretty easy to do. You just gotta, like, hit it right. But, like, yeah, the bucket couldn't leave the facility. The bucket was permanently trapped. It doesn't like me going in the broom closet. It just had such a big lag spike. Okay. So, we freed Bucket. We don't want Bucket anymore. Bucket left us. So now we're gonna free ourselves. I love how we're freeing ourselves before we have a disco party and before we get trapped. We're freeing ourselves before we get trapped. I hope this ending is nearly as, like, you know, memorable as the last one. I don't know, maybe. I'm very glad this game doesn't take hours to get through. I'm coming, Mr. Bucket. Mr. Bucket is another game that like I wanted to play, but it's only on PC, and my computer is not strong enough to be able to play a game and record at the same time. It can barely play like Minecraft. It can barely play Roblox. You know how difficult it is to have that thing play Roblox? It is so difficult. It is not meant for it. So we don't use it for that. We use it for homework and watching funny cat videos because it can't even comprehend some of my videos, even though it's completely. By the way, I'm sorry if you can't see, but I can't see either, so you're not missing out on. I just see all the smudges on my screen and how much I need to clean it. Jeez, I need to clean it. I should clean it. I'm gonna clean it probably. Yeah, we're gonna clean it. Oh, here it is. We're gonna walk backwards so I can see something, and then we're gonna walk forwards the second that opens. My turn! Wow. So anticlimactic. Jeez.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Well.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Replace his
simply
bucket.
missed a memo.
I think we got all the
When Stanley
bucket
came to a
decor.
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Because we got the bucket stamp to make sure that we know
Yet
it's
there
a
was not a
bucket.
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. This time we're actually going to walk in.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean, he wondered. Desperate for answers, he began turning. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. This is the most important part of the game. We press down. I should have speedrun it a couple times, so this would have been way quicker.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Yeah, it would.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out. Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Okay, now I gotta be sarcastic, jeez.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I think that's weird. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It doesn't say end is never the end is never the end. It just says loading, 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 loading.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
I don't think it's gonna be the boss's office. That is what I like to see. End is never the 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 end.
Oh my God, it's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
I think these are like the most
Okay,
gross
I'm
things
ready.
ever, honestly.
I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
Like, these are so gross. You know how disgusting it is to constantly have plastic dripping into your coffee, and then if you put another coffee thing on there, then you have to, like, clean it, and it's gonna get, like, cleaning products in your coffee. It's...
All right, I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality.
This is how it feels when I do it to
turn
you.
to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley. Of course, going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
I don't think the elevator is liking this. I know this is an ending, eventually. Like, if he's just gonna stop saying stuff, then I'm just gonna not go back down it.
You know what? I've just thought of something.
Why is it going
Let's stop for a
fast?
moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the
shush it.
characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises? To have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
I don't really want to go out there.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Live on stage, Stanley.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door. All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get 'em.
This is all much. Yeah, that was a lot for me. Ow. Jeez. Flash warning? I don't know. I'll try to remember to put it in editing. If I don't, I'm really sorry. But I probably will. Okay, one more. We got the disco party. We gotta get to the disco party. Gotta get to the disco party. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Disco party. Disco party. Disco party. Disco party. I should probably stop crouching. It makes me go slower.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
That's what I like about it. After a couple times of doing it. After a couple times of going down the elevator, all you have to do is get to the elevator. After a couple times of going down the elevator, he skips that whole thing. A couple times after that, he skips like the whole hallway up to it. You don't even get the 2 doors choice. You just get to the office, basically. Like, you spawn at the office, which I like. And he doesn't have his long spiel going down here. But we got the mind control facility.
The red mind control facility.
I did the speed run. That's how I know. Here.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I used the ability to like jump on that stuff to get over the thing, and I landed on the track and I walked to the other side before it got out.
Employee in the building.
And that's how he did
Stanley's
it.
co-workers. The
Along with
lives of
just
so
going
many
quick in general.
individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Okay. We got one more button to press. Because that's
This
closed.
mind control facility. It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only
Boop.
reason he was happy with his boring job? That his
Yeah.
emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Uh-huh. Yeah, you see that opens up. I'm gonna wait here for 60 seconds. So, where's 427? Where am I? I think I'm like right there. Or like right there, probably. That looks like my office. Where am I? Not even close. That's me. That's me right there. Let's see. Yep. I mean, it is. The door's closed right now. So how was your guys' day? Yeah, thank you. They silently close and open, which is probably why no one would ever, like, guess it. And you get up there for that ending, and boom. Yep. This is an entire ending.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Yeah. Cool. Oh, I didn't press menu. I pressed back to game, so it's gonna show you guys, like, I think it might actually start me off on the old 2-door selection, which would be cool. You probably will. Nope. Okay. Oh, click to menu. Because we have the epilogue. And that's all we got. Because I'm not doing any other endings. Because we're done with the game. I'm absolutely done. So, I might bring back another series, or I might start a new one. How do you guys feel about Uncharted? Because I have premium. So how do we feel about Uncharted? Epilogue. Oh, I'm bleeding. That's not what the screen said. That's what I said. Many, many years later. Like 10? Do I get the achievement for getting 10 years later? Oh! I remember this ending. I need to get back over here. Is this what comes from me walking for many, many years? Is this the true ending to the game? Can I get on fire? No. Oh, I gotta... Wee. No, I gotta get going this way. I gotta save the chairs. The chairs. No, not the chairs. There's 3 of them. Come here, chairs. I'll come back for you, chairs. Why is the music so inspirationally loud? It's beautiful, which I don't understand because I always thought the Stanley Parable was kind of dull. This comes from the good museum to the bad museum ending. Oh, we're back! We're back! The museum! Please don't fade away. Just let me in the museum. In memory of the Stanley Parable 2. I don't think I'm getting back up that. Yep. Let's go into one spotlight. The Stanley Parable 2 of a review. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. With the first game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole. Who cares? What are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1? Like the adventure line. Instead we got an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. Well... When the Stanley Parable launched to a massive success in 2013, its creators made plan to build the property into an entire franchise. But disastrous and critical commercial reciprocation to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted developers to rethink their ambitions. As outlined in a press release they published today, it's clear that Stanley Parable is not what the fans want. Reads the press release. We thought it was that we had a vision for the series that the players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been farther from the truth. The press release goes on to promise preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Review scores in video game history second. Name. Jim. Jim is back. Jim. Imagine my name was Jim. I would find that hilarious. All the figurines. Want all of them. 19 out of 6. Can't even get back up. Like, I go down a little, and all of a sudden there's an invisible wall behind it. The 2 doors. There's another figurine back here? Nope. Just a computer. Hi! Yes, my best friend! Hello! 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 It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will probably never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense! The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run the franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together we are going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also really need a really dumb subtitle for the game, something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make out a new title for our game. The Stanley Parable 3 Liquid Dash Lawsuit Pocket Full of Dreams of Octopus Boyfriends Grilled Grilled Boyfriends Pocket full of boyfriends. Forbidden boyfriends. Stanley Parable 3 Forbidden boyfriends. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it. But I want you to let's do it. Good. Then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you've put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing the narrator found a way to give you the broken trophy. Never found a way to give you the broken trophy, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix that. Give it. Please. 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 All right, there. Trophy machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you? Great. There's one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. Again. Okay. 3. It's probably going to be 3:50 by the time I get this right. It's 3... Still 3:49. Go. Yep. C49. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. The end is never the end. Ooh. Yay. Stanley Parable 3 Forbidden Boyfriends. Oh my gosh. Well, Stanley Parable 3 Forbidden Boyfriends was really good, but honestly, I just find Stanley Parable 4 Stanley's Tiny Hole to be just a million times better. Like, it just is. Like, obviously. Wait, do I get to go get my trophy now? In the trophy machine? How do I get back there? I would need to get... Because I need the extra content. But I can't do that.
This is the
story of a man named Stanley. So is the extra content here?
Gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content. Yay! Turn to the Stanley Parable to Expo Hall. Go. Just like, go quickly, please. I just want the trophy. That's all I want. Because after that, I only have 2 other trophies, and it's play the entire game for the duration of a Tuesday. Not Tuesday. Tuesday! And, also, I need to not play the game for 10 years. So, I'm probably not going to play this game for another 10 years. And then I'll play it for an entire day on a Tuesday when I'm 26. I can't play this game until I am 26.
On the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable too. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up.
It's a new game.
Why there are so many possibilities.
Does that mean that I can
it could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
I don't care about most of it. Like, that was probably one of my favorite endings.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy... As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... Wait, what in the holy hell is going on? You got the trophy?
Yeah.
Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken. Oh, God. Composure, composure. Yeah, you know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable.
Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to do that so you miss a video, and I will see you guys next time.
Oh well.
Because
I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece
rude.
then.
Because that's it for the Stanley Parable. That's all there is. There's nothing else. Like, at all. There's absolutely nothing else. Can I play the epilogue again even? Like, I don't even know if I can play the epilogue again. I doubt I will be able to. Like, here.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video. You see, isn't it wonderful?
Can I play the epilogue again, even?
Ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my...
Let's try it. If not, then that's it for the Stanley Parable entirely. Because there might be a couple things to do in the epilogue still. But that is so much work. Nope. Yep. Dang, I should have done the epilogue first, so I could have gotten to, like, Stanley Parable 23 right now. The forbidden weenus. I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe? 1 second. I'm gonna figure it out. Whoa. We're back in the museum. And we're gonna go all the way back down again, because nothing has changed. And we have buttons that say gym.
Gym.
You can only sell the gyms. No more trophies. But I wanted another trophy. But I wanted another trophy. That's alright. Can you go back here? No. It's the 2 doors, but it's not really the 2 doors. Just another part. Do we get to talk again? Hello again. Hi! It's nice to see you. Thank you. That there will never be another Stanley... did you... Who cares? We're gonna make the Stanley Parable 5. The end is never the... passion of the whole. It's absurd. I love it. So any time I want to change it to the next Stanley Parable, I can just restart or I can come here. The Stanley Parable will never end. Let's do it. You gonna help me, what? You see, I noticed that the narrator never... I already got it, though. Okay. It's... Now it's 5:0... I feel like it's gonna lie if I don't... Because it's 4:01. Boom. Well, anyways, I already forgot the name of this game that I gave it 10 seconds ago. I think that's going to be it for the Stanley Parable 5 Passion of the Whole. Oh, look, it's the Adventure Line and the Office Center 24 hours. Ba-dum, boom, boom. Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum. Okay, bye! Like the video or I'll kill your family.